I appreciate the opportunity again to participate, since the safety of Coptic Christians in Egypt is something that I've worked on since I've been in Congress. As an Orthodox Christian and a member of the International Religious Freedom Caucus, I'm especially alarmed at the dwindling number of Christians in Iraq, Syria, Turkey, Egypt, and throughout the Middle East. While this hearing today focuses on Egypt, and it should, I want to take a moment to reiterate that Christians are facing persecution across the region. Christianity is not new to the Middle East, and we must not forget that the ancient indigenous communities of Coptic, Syrian, Assyrian, Catholic, and Greek Orthodox communities that have lived and thrived in the Middle East for thousands of years. Today, in the face of ongoing unrest, these Christians have exhibited bravery in the face of existential danger. These attempts that we see to push Christians from their ancestral homeland, let us not forget that Coptic translated means Egyptian. These attempts must be denounced by all. I thank the Chairman, of course, Ross Lanham, and Chairman Smith for holding this hearing today, and I remain committed to working with my colleagues in the House to continue bringing light to the situation in Egypt and across the Middle East. I would like to thank the panelists again for being here today. I thank them for their testimony. I have met with many of you to discuss the topic at hand over the past year, and while I wish I could say that things have improved over that time, I'm afraid they have not. So let's continue to work on behalf of these wonderful people. Thank you so very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bilirakis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for allowing me to sit on the panel today as well. Dr. Jasser, thank you for all your good work. I really appreciate it. Of course, thank you for your service to our country as well. Could you speak to how the United States, the State Department, prioritizes Coptic Christians in their approach to the U.S. policy to Egypt? And do you think more can be done by the State Department to urge Egypt to respect the rights of religious minorities?
Well, certainly when we have engaged the White House and NSC and State Department, they certainly have expressed similar concerns about the targeting of Coptic Christians, and in our meetings seem to respect that. Now, however, if you look at how frequently it's mentioned publicly and brought from statements from the President or from the Secretary of State, I would say that it's not enough. We sent a letter to the President in September talking about these things, and we have not gotten a response yet from the Secretary or from the President about these issues and our concerns, what happened in August to the Coptic community. So I would tell you, as an independent commission that seeks to highlight religious freedom concerns, we have not been as happy with the response from the administration as could be in this opportunity to use what has the plight of the Coptic community to set Egypt in the right direction for religious freedom as they're moving away from the Brotherhood era, away from some of the mistakes they made after the revolution, but towards a better future rather than back towards what they had during the Mubarak era or some of the same problems that happened under the Brotherhood.
Let me ask you a question. The Coptic community and the Christian community in general, of course, we care about these issues affecting our brothers in Egypt. What can my constituents do? What can they do to influence this administration with respect to this and make it a top priority of this administration and the State Department? What would you suggest?
I think our constituents can do what we are trying to do here, what all of you by being here and listening have done, is to continue to press our State Department, press our not only elected officials, our media, our universities, to recognize what Pew and others have studied repeatedly is the linkage of religious freedom to healthy societies, the linkage of religious repression to sick societies, and that once we highlight that, and certainly there are so many other issues on America's plate, but if we ignore this issue, societies like Egypt that are pivotal to American security, not only because of Egypt itself, economics, but the Camp David Accords and so many other things, will fall apart in the Middle East if we don't protect religious freedom in Egypt. And your constituents, I think, can have a much larger voice than all of us here by reminding their leaders, the media, and others to pay attention to religious freedom.
Thank you very much. I agree 100%. Thank you so much. I yield back.
As well.